Neal, not the repeat of the performance that we saw against Bury on Saturday. Where do you think that went wrong today?
God. Listen, I think the first goal was a fluke. It's very, very difficult. That's the way it's going for us at the moment. But it's just the response from that disappoints me. Toots has to come off at half-time injured. We try and go and get a bit more momentum and more bodies forward in the second half. But I just thought the response, I mean, we had some chances, but the response isn't good enough. You know, you don't concede a second goal like we concede. Players don't do their jobs enough in the boxes, and you know, I'm saying the same things. I'm getting fed up of going over and clapping the fantastic support, but you know, feeling guilty about what they've just seen.
A lack of response and perhaps character fortitude seems to have been an issue all season. Is it a problem that's in this group that is unsolvable?
I don't know. I've got to I've got to be careful. I don't want to throw people under the bus and say too much, but it's not good enough. The league position tells you it's not good enough. The performance today tells you it's not good enough. We do need some fresh faces in. We need to get to work on that. You know, we're trying everything. We're trying to be more solid. We're trying to be harder to beat. We're trying not to concede poor goals. And you know, you're trying to get 2 or 3 good performances. We played well at Tranmere and then responded with Grimsby. We played well at Bury, or second half Macclesfield and then Bury, and then responded with this. And it's hard to try and get 2 of the same performances out, and you know, that's a challenge at the moment.
When you try to become more solid defensively, which you were for large swathes of the game today, do you then at times find yourself sacrificing a bit of X factor going the opposite direction?
Of course, and you know, we know we need to try and score goals, but I do feel, you know, it just shows you we don't know how to win games of football, and you know, we should have in the second half taken the lead against Macclesfield. We didn't. We should have beaten Bury, I think. We didn't. And we've got 1 point to show, and then we've come here today and you're hoping for a performance that gives you a chance to win a game of football, and it's not there. You
know, though, from last Saturday against Bury, even though it was a good performance, that won't have fooled you. You'll have been working, I'm sure, to bring players in and get players out. How much movement are you expecting over the next few days?
Good question. Watch this space. I never say I'm never confident about a deal until it's signed, sealed, and delivered. So we're chipping away and we're getting close. But we need bodies, and you know, we need to get cracking on it. And hopefully they'll bring a little bit of know-how, and that might just turn the confidence and so on and so forth.
How close are you?
I'd like to. Well, I'm hopeful that we might be able to get one, maybe 2 done, but if it's not going to be before Saturday, then it'll have to be next week. But you know, obviously, no excuse, but the injury list is tough as well for a team like us. You know, when you're missing the players we're missing as well. So we was hoping for, you know, that adversity we faced in the Bury game, and we got a good performance from the group. We was hoping for the same today, and we didn't get it.
What type of player are you looking for? I'm not asking for position-wise. I'm talking about what they will bring to the table, both on the pitch, but physically and mentally.
Well, you know, in some positions we need a bit more athleticism. In other positions we need a bit more know-how. You know, there's loads we need. You know, we could do with players coming back. Your Louis, your Enzios, your Kane Emmins, you know, Elliot Hewitt. These are players that, you know, you would make the team stronger. So at the moment we're scratching around, and it's tough.
Thank you for your time, Neal.
Thank you.
Neal, how many would you like in ideally? I don't expect you to say 11, but
no. We need a few. I don't know what we can and can't do. At the end of the day, you know, we've got to try. We haven't got fortunes to just throw away. We've got to try and work the oracle a little bit. So we need, you know, I don't really want to say how many, because if I don't get to them, then I've come up short. So, but we are looking to try and freshen it up with some faces.
Experience essential, do you think?
In some positions, yes. In others, possibly not so much. We're just looking, try to profile the qualities we needed to be able to play the way we want to play, and see if we can do it.
Are the injuries contributing to the fact that you may need to bring in more players than perhaps what you first anticipated?
Well, you hope they'll come back, but we need to get players in, full stop, just to strengthen the team, make it a better team that we're putting out there. And at the moment, you know, a bench the season that got promoted to Wimbledon, the bench was strong, and you need a strong bench. You need to look at the bench. You need to have the ability to change a game. And you know, we probably haven't got that at the moment either.
Can I ask you about Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain sending off? What did you make of that?
Sending off, he got booked for a bad tackle, causes his own problems, young lad, and then he hasn't slowed himself down. He's got done by a bit of skill, and then a second bookable offence, you know. So yeah,
kind of compounds it at the moment, doesn't it?
Of course it does, absolutely. But like you say, we've got, you know, that's what we've got to put out at the moment. Lad with limited experience having to come on in the team. Looks like we might have lost Toots. You know,
What's the problem with him?
I don't know. I didn't really get into what it is. I saw him with 5 minutes to go. But again, player who hasn't played a hell of a lot lately, all of a sudden thrown into 3 or 4 games. Same with several of them, and you know, it's probably catching us out a bit.
In your conversation with the chairman about the transfer window, what's he said to you? And he's happy to give you what you need.
He's trying his best to do it and push it, and but he obviously knows the necessity of making sure we get 1 or 2 out as well.
What have you said to the players in there?
I've been hard on them. I've let them know how I feel. So I'm not going to repeat that out here. My job out here now is to sort of try and move on, and again, I'm sick of apologising to the fans, but that's where we are at the moment. Let them stay being brilliant, and if we can turn it around and give them some happy times and get us where we need to be, then it'll all be worthwhile.
Top man. Cheers, mate.
Thanks.